Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. You heard it here first. The best sports podcast there is, all the way from Detroit to Chicago to your speakers and headphones. Man, we got a great episode for you today on June 9th, 2022. Man, the NBA playoffs is here. We got the callers. That's my favorite thing about Thursdays, man. And you know, look, you can call in at any time, leave a voicemail, and we'll respond like we're about to do. All you got to do is dial the number 219-413-9405. All right, let's jump into the first caller. Let's see what you're talking about. Let's see who it is.
LB.
Ha!
Smart.
What's the deal, man?
I'm going to let y'all know that Denver Broncos is about to win the division. And they going to the ship this year. Let y'all know that real quick. You know, my inside source been letting me know what's been going on. So, yeah, whatever team that y'all boys rooting for this year, I better hope that they don't play Denver this season.
Okay. All right. Hey, you know what? I like it. I like it. That's definitely a respectable take. That's a good one. I agree with you to an extent. I'm probably not as confident about the Denver Broncos as you are right now. I know you got family and stuff that play for them. But yeah, man, I agree. I definitely have them as a favorite to win their division. But yet there's still so much competition in that division. So it's definitely going to be tough. And you got the Chiefs again, the Raiders, the chart. Like, man, they are stacked. And in terms of winning the Super Bowl, you can't really count the NFC out, man. You know, you can never count Brady out. Regardless of how good any team is. And then the Rams, they just brought back Matthew Stafford. They just signed Cooper Kupp. That's what it was. They brought back defensive linemen. Like, you know, they made some moves for a team that just came off of a Super Bowl. So, you know, it's tough. But I agree with you to an extent. That's a good one. Like, I like that one. I like that one. Let's move on. Let's see what else we got.
What's good, man? It's your boy Boots, man.
Boots, what's good?
Got a question for you, man. NFL. Who you think this offseason? Which team think won the offseason? Which team think lost the offseason? You know, you ask me, I think Kansas City still going all the way. But offseason, man, I think we did lose a receiver. We lost a safety, man. But I think we still going to be solid, man.
You know, that's okay. I give you this too. You know, that's a good one. I give you this. That was a good take too. Obviously, I see you not leaving that Kansas City wagon. I see that. But, you know, I think Kansas City, they are going to be all right. They're going to be okay because as long as you got Pat Mahomes, they still got Travis Kelce, still got head coach. They obviously lost some pieces, but they tried to make good in those pieces that they lost. So I can give them that credit for, you know, stepping up this offseason. But if I had to pick a best team to make a move this offseason, that's definitely a tough question. I would probably pick the Rams just because it's so difficult to come off of a Super Bowl and still be effective. Like, come off of a Super Bowl and you still making moves, still bringing back personnel. You know, when people win a Super Bowl, they go everywhere. Like, that's when they start to, you know, get that money. They start collecting the checks after they win that Super Bowl. But it's hard to pick this one distinct team because you got so many moves that were made this offseason. Again, the Raiders, the Broncos, the Chargers, like, so all of them, the Rams, even Tampa Bay bringing Brady back, like Dolphins, Saints. It's so many teams. So you can't really go wrong picking which team made the best move. It's really going to determine. It's going to be determined this season. It's going to be determined this season. And as far as the worst move, I can't even get that to a team. It's so many good teams out here. I think the only way you would know a team made the worst move is if they're your personal favorite team or if they didn't make any moves. That was the teams that didn't make any moves are the losing teams for this season. I put it that way. But no, that's a good one. That's a good one, Boost. I like that. That was a good one. All right, let's see what we got on this last one. With this third and last.
This is Vinny calling from Michigan. What up, the Run Podcast? But one thing I want to say, man, I just got real trouble for the Warriors, man. Like, it's only Steph Curry cooking. Then when you got Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, and Marcus Smart hitting on all cylinders, this is nothing they could do. And me personally, I feel like they rely on a lot of Jordan Poole, like spark points, and Draymond can't play 37 minutes and give you 2 points and 4 rebounds, and he's supposed to be your anchor of the team, and I honestly believe it's over in 6 for the Warriors.
That's huge. And you know what? You really hit it on the money, Vinny. You couldn't have said it better than that, because truthfully, you took damn near everything I was about to say in this next take out, but you put it on a call, which is cool. But I'm not mad at that Celtics in 6 take at all. I 100% agree with you. And to jump more into it, it's like, look, so this, I grew up a big little brother. And the big little brother, like, I got an older brother, but I'm bigger than him. I by the time I hit 15, 16, I started getting taller. I played football a little bit. I'm lifting weights all the time, more stockier, but we still play basketball all the time. So during that basketball, he would beat me because he got the experience. He a little bit older. He played more basketball at the time than I did because he was playing AAU, all of that stuff. You know, I ain't going to give you no excuses, but that didn't last too much longer. I put it that way, because by the time I hit like 17, 18 and finished high school, it was a wrap. He couldn't do nothing with me no more. I was too strong. I was too fast. He was too little. He was a child compared to me. And that's literally the same thing that's going on with these Celtics and the Golden State Warriors, man. Because the Warriors, they're little. They have the experience. Yeah, they've been playing basketball. They got the accolades. They won the championships, all of that. But the big little brother, the Boston Celtics, are ready to give them the business. They're done playing around with them. They're stronger, they're faster, they're quicker, they have more depth. Some of those things are questionable, but they have more depth. And when Warriors try and play big with them, they can't do that. They don't have the depth to play big with the Celtics, because at this point they can hang with them. They can put Draymond and Looney in to hang with the Celtics playing big. But once those two guys come out and they throw in the bench and those guys got to get rest, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And you peep. Notice within these games, man, you still see the Celtics doing their thing. They can continue to play big even when they put the bench in the game. That's what makes them so dangerous. That's what makes the Celtics so dangerous, because not only can they play big, they can play quick, they can play fast, they can chase you around, they can bully you. And what we seen in game 3, they picked out their matchups and they exploited them and won every matchup that they did. And look, they attacked Steph Curry, they attacked Looney, and they won these matchups. And a lot of times it was mainly because the Warriors defense was not looking good. And obviously, you know, we put that on Draymond because he's the heart and soul of that defense, and he knows it. Draymond already admitted that. We ain't even about to grill Draymond because, I mean, he know what he did wrong. But like Vinny, like you were saying in the call, he cannot do that. You can't play that many minutes and your highest stat is fouls. You have 6 fouls and that's your highest stat. I mean, I'm just saying that's not good at all. And then with Jordan Poole, he definitely has to play better, man. He is the spark, but he's not fully developed. He's not fully developed yet. And so far, with him coming off the bench, he has to give more. He has to give more because when Steph is not in the game, they don't score. We seen Clay step up a little bit in game 3, and he held it down, but still, it's not enough, especially when the Celtics are playing good basketball as they did in game 3. They played absolutely amazing. It was only one true turnover in the fourth quarter of that closeout game in game 3. Like that was absolutely great basketball. And I'm watching this and I'm like, you know, okay, I'm going for the Warriors. I want them to win, but damn. Like, the Celtics are just a great team, man. The Celtics are a great team. They literally are very, very versatile, and they can play and beat you in so many different ways. That's the crazy part about this Celtics team. So I'm not upset at all that you went with the Celtics in 6, or that you're persuaded that the Celtics may win in 6. I'm not too far away from being convinced that they will win in 6. Obviously, I want Steph to be the MVP and the Finals MVP and win or whatever, but if I'm going from a even perspective, an unbiased perspective, man, the Golden State Warriors, they're looking bad. They're looking down bad, especially after game 3, because they already blew a game. So now they have to beat the Celtics in a back-to-back. And the Celtics, they haven't lost a back-to-back since January of the regular season. It's gonna be tough, man. These Celtics teams, they're good, and again, they're like the little brother. They're like the little big brother. They're smaller. They don't have as much experience, but they're there. Everything has came together. They got some experience. Now they got length. They got the strength. They got the quickness. Everything is coming together for them. And for the Golden State Warriors, oh, man, it is looking rough. It is looking rough. They definitely got a bounce back game 4. It's going to be tough, though. It's definitely going to be tough. I can't switch up now, especially because I'm in too deep. Pause. But the Warriors, I still want Steph to win this Finals MVP. But again, he's going to have to work his ass off for it. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool to watch coming game 4. But no, we got so much more coming up, man. Quinn Snyder, the Los Angeles Lakers. Darvin Ham, all of this is coming up. So just hang tight with us. We will be right back. Now, you know, just because you're busy doesn't mean you got to be stressed. I'm crazy busy right there with you, but it can be easier. Next time you're on a run, just make it more fun and listen to The Run with Manny Wilson. It's The Run with Manny Wilson podcast. Now tuned into the greatest.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The Run with Manny Wilson podcast.
The best sports podcast there is.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson. We got some news for you today on June 9th, 2022. So, Quinn Snyder, he's now the former head coach of the Utah Jazz, but he resigned from coaching with the Utah Jazz. And we don't know right now if it's the motive of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert wanting to part ways, but in his resigning statement, he said it had absolutely nothing to do with that. It was just time for them to go in a different direction and to find a new leader for the team. The Los Angeles Lakers, they hire former NBA champion Rasheed Wallace as an assistant to the staff for the team. And I think that's a great pickup right there, actually, because, man, Rasheed, he adds some toughness to the Lakers organization, the Lakers team, and all of that, man. So I'm excited to see. And then also, too, we got Darvin Ham. He mentioned something about Russell Westbrook because there's a lot of doubts about the personnel of the Lakers. Many people didn't think it was absolutely or necessarily the coaching that needed to change. They thought it was the personnel and deemed Westbrook. Westbrook was the main motive and the main thing they were talking about when they were saying this team needs to change something. So Darvin Ham, he had a few words to say about Westbrook when he was asked at the press conference. Here they are.
Don't get it messed up. Russ is one of the best players our league has ever seen. And there's still a ton left in that tank. I don't know why people tend to try to write him off. I'm going to approach him like I do every player I've ever encountered. We're going to talk about our running habits with the ball, without the ball. And again, the team, the rhythm of the team and trying to establish a rhythm with LeBron, Russ, AD. Don't get it messed up.
So those were his statements regarding Russell Westbrook and after the reporter asked about him. And I 100% agree. I think the main struggle here with the Lakers was that they did not have structure. I don't think they had any structure at all when you look at last season. Obviously, you had Russ, Bron, AD. AD was out. But despite those obvious concerns of health and other things that may have happened that were uncontrollable, the things they could control was structure. That was the only thing I may have doubted with Luke Walton, because getting Westbrook, he's a player that needs some sort of structure if you're going to play with LeBron. LeBron has never played in any system that did not have some type of structure. Even if that was just simply him running the show every play or him driving and kicking every play, that's still some sort of structure. But as Russ with your point guard, he's a point guard that's played in many different areas, and his type of game is fast paced all the time. It's his pace rather than a structured game of how they're going to play. So that's something I think Darvin Ham is actually going to be huge at and can probably make a big difference. But there's no doubt that Westbrook still has many things left in the tank. This guy's a walking triple-double. We can't easily just forget that he's been that effective in the NBA for so many times. There's guys who play in the league and don't even put up one triple-double the entire season or the entire career, better yet. So there's no doubt in my mind that Westbrook, he can potentially make this team better, and they can find a game plan. But as of me and thinking of one, I can't think of a game plan that can work because Russ is not a slow it down type of player. He's a fast paced type of guy all the time, full throttle. And when you got AD who needs the ball, Bron who needs the ball, he wants to play off ball, but it's going to be tough when you have a point guard that's been having a tough time to slow his game down since he's been in the league. That's ultimately what it comes down to. He's played with multiple coaches and not bad coaches, great coaches. I guess that's my concern. I guess that's my concern is what if this doesn't work again? Do you really believe that you're the first coach to tell Westbrook to slow his game down? It's more so going to be, and if he can be effective in trying to get him to slow his game down and balance it out. That's what it's all about. Not even about slowing the game down. Don't play fast. Don't play hard. But the balance, that's what Westbrook needs, especially playing with LeBron and AD on his offense, is going to be huge. But hopefully he can establish some sort of structure. That's what I think is going to come down to, man. But other than that, I greatly appreciate you hanging for me and hanging with me today, man. Be sure to share this with your little brother, your older brother, your older cousin, your aunties, your uncles. Share this with everybody you want, man. And feel free. You can always give us a call and leave a voicemail. Let us know what you're thinking. Give us a comment on one of the takes that we had. Just dial 219-413-9405. 219-413-9405. And be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Run Podcast and my personal Instagram as well at I am Manny Wilson. We always do the post-game recaps and we're always dropping the clips and everything else that goes down. But no, I appreciate you hanging with me and I'll see you guys next week and so on and so on and so on.